Hey, my name's Johnny, and I am actually just going to now show a few quick tips on how to get started playing scat bass. The reason for this is just because a number of people sort of do find it hard picking up the basics on how to play this style, and it can make you a distinctive bass player if you can play it well. Now, what I'm going to show you isn't going to turn you into a genius straight away, but hopefully it should get you on your way and give you sort of something to build on in becoming sort of better at being better at playing scat bass. This is aimed at beginners, so for anyone who's more advanced or whatever, or wants to post comments saying, "Oh, you're crap" or something like that, go ahead, because as I said, this is only aimed at beginners. I myself am not the greatest bass player in the world, but I suppose as the saying goes, those who can't teach. No, just kidding. Anyway, so what I'm going to do first is, let's see, I'll show you the positioning on your thumb. Now, quite a number of bass players would teach to start with your thumb perpendicular to the string, so facing up to your chin. That might be comfortable for you. That might be comfortable for quite a lot of bass players. I actually have seen quite a lot of bass players doing that. Speaking for myself, it's not so comfortable for me, but I mean, it is a good thing to practice to help you to slap individual strings as opposed to just the E string as well. Myself, I sort of move mine down a bit, and that only makes it easier for my popping hand, but I slap with my thumb going diagonally across the string like that. Again, that just makes it easier for my pop, like for the hand to pop notes as well. Now, as far as how to pop notes goes, what you want to do is use your index finger or your middle finger, whatever you're partial to, sort of shaped like a hook. Just hook it under the string and lift the string off the neck slightly. You let it come back down. Okay, you don't need to totally rip it off the neck. That's pretty much the wrong thing to do, and you're probably going to find that you're going to go through strings pretty quickly and bow your neck as well. So you just get it off like that. Okay, now once you've got that, once you've got the hang of that, you probably should start thinking about muting notes, because it's all well and good to be able to self and pop as well. But if you're not muting notes, you're going to get a sound that sounds pretty disgusting, or a sound that sounds pretty strange. So there are a couple of different ways to mute notes. First, I'll say with regard to a slapped note, you can let the note ring out. Now, to mute the note, you can use your right hand. A bit more cumbersome because you need to keep rotating your hand. So what I typically do is just release it from the fretting hand to cut the note short. As far as popping goes, it's same principle. Let the note ring, or use your slapping and popping hand. I actually use my little finger myself, just across there as a bar, resting hard on the strings to mute the note. But you can also do it with your fretting hand as well. Just release the note like that. Okay. So now we've got that. What I'll get you to do is, on your D string, put your pinky finger or your little finger on the 9th fret, and your index finger on the 7th fret of the E string. So what we've got there is a note B, B, just an octave. Okay, so it's, you know, B and then the same B, an octave higher. So what we're going to do with that, that's a starting point. Okay, so keeping your pinky finger where it is, lift up your index finger, slap the open E, bring down your index finger, so you're getting open E, B, and then use your thumb to slap just no note at all, just a muted note. Okay, that's what's called a ghost note, just a muted note. Okay, ghost notes are quite handy for playing sort of faster stuff or double slapping or something like that. They can also at times sound like the bass drum as well, depending on the recording or depending on what you're singing live. But anyway, so open, hammer, ghost note. Okay, just like that. Just remember to keep your muting clean as well. Now, when you have the hang of that, you might want to practice that a few times. But next, we're going to pop this the note that your little finger's fretting, so popping the D string. So okay, so once you get the hang of that, okay, you might want to practice that a few times, because I mean, I know it sort of looks easy when you actually try it. Some people might find it harder, but when you've got the hang of that, we'll go back 2 frets to the A, so same position, Okay, so right, so when you got the hang of that, again, go back to the G. Okay, so it's the same position, just 2 frets back. Alright, now, when you have the hang of all of those, of moving them all around, then let's see if you can link them all together. Just like that, okay? When you do get the hang of that, see if you can move down to instead of like using the E string as your root note, see if as the sort of lowest note to slap, see if you can actually do it now on the A string. So from your B, let's just move down. So you've got on your A string, you'll be looking at the 7th fret on the A string, making an E, and then the 9th fret on the G string, again making another E. So same thing. It's the same principle. That's just a position that you can move around, okay? That should hopefully just give you a little bit of something to build on, and yeah, like a good starting point. In a few of my next videos, I'll go into something a bit more about ghost notes, like what they're used for, and a little bit more on, I'll do a little bit on hammer-ons as well with your ring finger. Just like that. I'll show you a few licks on there and a few things to practice there, so that you can, after a few of these videos, you might be able to combine them all and come up with like a pretty decent sounding solo. Yeah, good luck with it all, and I'll keep you posted. Thanks.